All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 5, Episode 17.
Bucciolati was an absolute badass Chad last episode.
Yes, he was. Arrivederci.
Yeah, it was absolutely wonderful. But they are not out of the water yet.
Yes, Malone is on their trail due to the blood that was left by Bucciolati.
Right.
And based on that, there's probably some kind of stand ability that interacts with the blood of the user, or at the very least will give them a way to find them.
Now, if Malone is tracking them, that could be something where he is the single stand user that assails them, or it could be where he just basically
is reconnaissance
so that everyone else can catch up and then they can all attack them together.
Right.
But Trish has a stand.
Officially.
So,
and it is a monster,
like
or
some kind of dinosaur thing or whatever, at least from the print in the ground. Mm-hmm. But that means that we're probably going to get a focus from her, since we got the same for all the rest of the Joe Bros, and showing how her stand awakens and what it can do and how it handles whatever threat they have to face.
Yeah, and it's a mystery as well, because there's a couple things that are at play here. One, we don't know when her stand awakened. Whether this is something of it happening right now, and it's kind of like what happened with Jotaro, or if this is something a little bit different, where it's something where it's been there all along, and some trigger a la kind of bloodlines or whatever, something, ended up causing this to awaken here. But as far as I know, I don't think there were any points in the past where they were calling out their stands or using their stands, and she was even nearby to freak out.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like almost every time that they've been, at the very least, in those kinds of situations, it's, Mista's
right, because it's usually one-on-one
off
fights.
Someone else. So Narancha's off somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's usually its own separate thing there.
Yeah.
But rest in peace, Pesci and Prosciutto.
Yep, that's right. You fought well.
Yeah. All right. So that's what we have to look forward to. Hitman Squad is down a lot of members, but there's still some more left.
Still going strong.
So without further ado, let's get into this. Plebeians. Oh. How did he get in here? Technology.
All right.
Or is his stand the computer of sorts? Oh! Oh, he likes it!
Oh boy!
He likes it! You're in perfect health. Oh!
Okay.
Oh! Gross! Wait. Di Molto. Oh. Whoa. Kama Sutra. Okay.
Oh boy. What?
Oh!
No!
Babyface. Oh! What?
Wait.
Oh!
Wait.
Oh, this is bizarre.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Huh. 夢を縛りつけるおまたやせための石にまるで押しつぶされてでんでんでんでんでんどこにも逃がられないひたすら赤きながらだけでも諦めない瓦礫の底に埋もれた希望のかけらたちきっとこの手で見つけ出すさ世界を変えるためにファイティングゴール自分の道を信じたものだけがいつか輝ける命の限り神にも逆らい高さずすくける不屈の魂たちよFighting gold Alright
Okay.
Babyface.
Oh boy, this is. I get the feeling this is what. Oh, okay.
It's not bad. It's not bad. But yeah, Trish, we have some questions for you.
Yes, Narantia, lift their spirits.
ブチャラティが何も言わないから彼女は不安になっているんだ。トリッシュは多分自分でも気づいて泣き言一つ言わない。
Wow. Wow.
They got him outside. Wow.
Wow. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh crap.
Quick, kill him.
And this ain't good. What are you thinking?
That was a terrible idea. I punched the driver.
Ah!
Oh my god.
I wasn't doing anything.
Wow.
Oh my god. Shoots first and thinks later. Gestation complete.
Oh god.
Gross.
Oh.
Ugh.
I'm about to give birth.
What does kill mean? Oh,
wow.
Oh, crap. Oh!
Oh, no!
Oh, this is interesting, though, like, just all the kinds of things that this stand could eventually become, you know?
Yeah.
It's not limited by being in one location. What weapon would you like to use?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Ha! Singular versus plural. It's important. I have to be what should I do? I mean, just do it.
Oh! 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 Because she can't perceive the stand.
Yeah, yeah.
But, oh, that's gross. That's gross.
Oh, this poor girl, though.
Yeah.
Like, I always said that I stink. She'll scream that I'm dirty and gross. Oh. Mommy is great. Oh! Oh!
Oh! What?
Oh! What if it just goes out of control, too?
I think that's a definite possibility.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's a natural.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
なる車が一つでなければ、そしてさらにあちこち離れた場所でバラバラの状態で車が見つかったとしたら、
Oh!
All right.
Amazing! Get in there.
椅子から降りてください。今外はとても危険だ。
トイレはどうすればよろしいのでしょう。まさかおしめでもしろっていうのかしら。
He's like, this is a good point.
Yes. I guess it will open a portal to an extra dimension and you can pee in there. Yep.
Wow.
I knew it.
Wow.
I knew it.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure where this leads, but
Shouldn't harm the tortoise.
it may actually nourish it.
何を言ってるか理解できないんだけど。
Ah, I love it.
安全を確認したら出発だ。乗ってきたやつはどこだ？ジョルノ、どうかしたか？
Oh. Trish is already gone.
Whoa.
Whoa. Oh.
Crap. Crap.
スタンドだ。それも遠隔操作だ。チャリティ、用心してください。
Oh my god.
止まっています。ブチャラティ。まさかブチャラティ、ゴールドエクスペリエンス。ディモールト。知らない顔？じゃあそいつが例の新入りだ。見つかるなら始末するしかないだろうが。のためにあいつらにもそっち。
Oh, reinforcements.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on. It is on.
All
yeah,
right.
This creepy, like, weirdo. Oh, and this, oh, that was a cool transition. Oh, this is freaky.
いや、当たりだ。
みんな、敵です。攻撃されている。取られたのか。喉。
Oh!
Wow. He still called out though.
オルノが手を振ってる。きっとブーチャラティが早く車を手に入れろって催促してんだよ。
Oh my god.
It's the equivalent of...
Yeah,
It sounds like... the rain sounds like Josuke, you know?
Yeah.
Oh!
キャビネットを破壊したのに姿を現さないだと。
Oh!
Wow. So, did Babyface hide in the portal that Bucciolati opened up?
Oh! Because there's a limitation. Oh!
Nice.
Wow! Oh! Whoa! And then it reassembles.
I mean, he just essentially has tracheotomy right now, so he should still be able to breathe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to transform him. Whoa! Oh! This is terrifying! Oh, he moved into the... Oh!
Oh, man.
Dang! Oh, he passed out. Crap. Di molto! Love how he says that. Oh!
Wait, what?
人間を組み替えて物質にするか。全くいいヒントをくれたよ。君の能力くれたヒントと、君が死ぬほどまでに追い詰めてくれたおかげで、ほんのちょっぴり成長できたようなんだ。
Wait. Oh! 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 Whoa!
What's this about the dead new guy?
Oh! Okay.
What?
Alright.
What? Brilliant!
Alright.
Wow! Oh! Oh, this is a fight!
Alright.
Let's go! And now we chase you.
Yeah.
The poor tortoise.
Now shout for the others.
Oh!
Yeah. It was in the oil.
Yep. Oh, the music's going! Oh, did you?
Okay. Oh! Oh! Oh, man!
Oh!
Going chest burster on him.
Oh! Oh!
All right.
Oh, this is a fight!
Wow.
All right.
I thought for sure they were gonna explore Trish and have her user stand or whatever.
Well,
or something,
I think it's more of going to be a thing of that won't happen until she fully calls out her stand. You know, like it'll need to be a situation where she doesn't get like ambushed immediately and just taken out. So something where she might even get trained a little bit by like Giorno or Bucciarati or just the rest of the crew in general. Woo! It's a pretty unique stand.
Oh yeah.
Like it's got a combination of a lot of things I think we've seen in the past, basically utilizing a transformative effect.
Right.
Utilizing a physical object that is a part of the stand. And then he basically impregnates a person with an aspect of his stand that interfaces with their biological components or what have you.
Right.
As long as he has all the conditions met to...
Yeah. Because I feel like the way the stand fights isn't necessarily much of anything new. But the dynamic between the stand and the stand user is just crazy.
Right. We've seen remote-controlled stands, but this is one where it's...
Very different.
It's very different, yeah. All right, well, we got ourselves a really, really good stand battle between Giorno and Malone with Babyface, yeah.
Right.
So the lecture of the Hitman Squad is one that has a stand that is both the combination of being the computer, the medical interface or what have you, the communication center for this stand. And then it has to basically get prepped, essentially. As far as like it has a very long cast time to prepare this stand and summon it.
And it does make it a lot more fun because like this is a stand that I would love to see. Well, okay. From a narrative sense, it might get a little bit complicated if you had to have the stand be utilized multiple times.
Right.
But
for sure,
it's something where you could basically have the stand be used in different ways, different times, because it's a new stand essentially, right? It's regrowing as something else.
Yeah.
And then it has to it's a lot more improvisational for Malone. Which is very interesting.
He is limited sometimes based on the specimen that he has available to him.
Right.
But there is an aspect of this where it's that he would be utilized as a background kind of communications person himself, because he's not going to be directly engaged with the enemy at any given point.
Or even anywhere near.
Right. So he could be safe from the damage that would be done to his stand.
That's true. So he could fight another day.
He could fight another day.
Yeah.
He could make another Babyface, essentially.
Yep. And I'm guessing you can only probably have one at a time, you know?
Yeah, I would assume so as well.
Which would mean that he would be weakened while Babyface is defeated, because then if they somehow managed to then get to him immediately, he wouldn't have a stand to fend them off with.
Yeah, and given that he mentioned how invincible this stand was, I think that it's something where he's right in that it is invincible. It's just that there's a downtime where he makes another Babyface.
Yeah, it doesn't die when it gets killed, but that doesn't mean it's on cooldown, you know.
Right, so essentially someone could stop it.
Right.
And disassemble it to the point where they use some part of their stand's ability and actually destroy it.
Right.
Like, I wonder how... I wonder if Bucciarati's stand is completely countered by this stand.
I think it would be.
Or if it's actually like one of the best things to use against it. Because Narancha's is basically useless against it. Fugo's, I don't know.
Fugo's might actually be pretty good.
Yeah.
And then...
Because it wouldn't affect the user, though. So that's why I think in some ways Fugo might not work.
Abacchio could potentially be used, though, to trace it back to the stand user. To trace it back to Malone. But as for actually fighting it,
Giorno's probably the best one.
Yeah, Giorno's probably the best one, because Mista certainly can't do anything against it, right? Like,
nope.
Like, most of them are pretty screwed. Maybe Fugo. Maybe Fugo.
Yeah, I agree.
But Giorno really does seem like the best bet right now.
Maybe this is actually just the first half.
Sure.
And Trish will get brought in to save Giorno.
Yeah, and she'll finish the job, kind of a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, because she's under duress, under threat right now via the attacks right now, maybe what will happen is that Giorno will do so much with gold experience that it will cause Babyface to let go of Trish and Bucciarati.
Right.
And then Trish will come out and be like, what's going on? He's fighting an invisible person.
Well,
or will she see it at this point?
Right, because
we'll find out.
She has a stand. So, but yeah, the way they made it so that, like, because with JoJo's, there's usually the formula for, like, you know, okay, a stand gets introduced, right, and it's made to seem very difficult, but then all right, and then it, you know, at the end of the episode, it's like, oh my god, how are they going to get out of this one? And then in the next episode or the episode after that, then they actually figure it out. In this one, they did all this wonderful build-up for this stand, and I'm like, okay, awesome, let's see it go. It goes, and I'm thinking, okay, it's just doing its job. It's just doing it unbelievably well.
Yeah.
And then suddenly Giorno's taking it down. He's taking it down. Like, I don't know, like I'm starting to wonder if this is something where the stand is actually here as a way to truly be a conflict that needs to be resolved, or if it's more of here as a stepping stone for Giorno, in that, like, in
a meta level it could be, yeah,
you know, and it can definitely be both, but with the way that it showed up, and then it's like, yeah, sorry, I am the worst person that you could have been up against. Right, it's like,
I'm literally the opposite of you.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. Did you did you notice how he said that I'm going to send them over there? Malone is bringing reinforcements, and there are 2 other members of the Hitman squad.
Which makes sense because that's the job of a scout, right?
Right.
If a scout scouted out the situation and then tried to attack by himself, that'd be kind of stupid. Unless he's trying to do the infiltration retrieval, right?
Which was essentially what happened here.
Yeah.
And while it was a thing of where it's like, oh, you should be fine. Go and get rid of this new member. It shouldn't be too big of a problem. But he's like, no, you don't get it. Like, this guy's got a really strong stand, and he's revived himself. He actually, Giorno's ability to create things into living objects is something that I have to wonder at some point, will there be a thing where he's like, I don't know the composition of this living object. So I don't know how to make it.
Well,
or if it's actually a thing of where it's because he can imagine it, he can do it. If that's the case, he is so ridiculously strong. So
maybe it has
insanely
to be,
strong.
Maybe it has to be something that he knows actually exists. So he's not actually like inventing something new, but he's making vines. He makes a piranha, things like that, right? Stuff that exists and the physics of it work out, right?
Right.
And then he just decides it to be that one.
Yeah, and maybe a gold experience is leveling up essentially here. The idea for him to make body parts to replace his own missing ones.
That's
oh shoot. This is what would that be? Greater restoration or
I mean it's one of those things where it's like, okay, Giorno, Jotaro can be the marine biologist, you can just be the doctor.
Yeah.
That just goes around, it's just like, oh yeah, you need a new heart, there you go. You need a new leg, there you go.
Let me grab this rock
and
turn it into a heart. There you go.
Jeez.
It's just amazing because when you think about living objects, there's very little then you can't, manipulate then. As far as as far as, things that you could transform them into.
Yeah. Well, and one of the important things though about gold experience that is probably what keeps it from being too busted is that as far as we know, he doesn't really have control over the living object once he makes it. It does its thing as that object, right?
Right.
He just determines the circumstances for how it's originally created. So
so the roots were tightly woven around the motorcycle.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Stuff like that. But it's not like
it's not
a thing where he's imbuing the roots with his own stand power.
Right, exactly. He doesn't have the roots go all tentacle powers and but oh boy.
Yeah,
oh boy.
It's really fascinating though to see him have these moments where he is the main character.
Right. Yeah.
But he so clearly one-ups this stand to where the stand is now questioning, wait, is
what do
he
I do?
invincible?
What do I do?
It's just I can't do anything.
This episode did a fantastic job because the previous episodes were very high on the thrill chart, right? Like they were high octane, like thrill a minute. Right. It was great. Going into the next bit, I'm thinking, okay, it's not going to be that
slow
intense.
Down a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to slow down a little bit. Not in like an absolute sense, but that it'll at least slow down and take a while to get back going again, right?
Right.
Maybe in this one we'll see the stand user and they'll send their stand against them and it'll be kind of it's a really
they're
good
on
stand.
Their way,
right? Or they started their mission, right?
Right.
And they're doing well, and then will we be able to counter them, right?
Yeah.
But here, no.
We went through almost all of it.
Yeah.
We almost finished the fight, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like we almost finished the fight when they spent so long introducing the stand. That's what blew me away, because they still had the stuff with the characters, right? The Joe Bros and everything. But the amount of time, maybe it wasn't actually that much time, but just because it was such an aggressive introduction for this stand, it felt like it had taken a lot longer, and yet they were able to have this massive amount of the actual battle.
I feel so bad for that girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Hey, at least it didn't chest burst her or something like that.
No, but it kind of did.
Well, okay, yeah.
It kind of did.
Well,
alien invade her, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, did it?
I think so.
Well, the one reason why I wonder is because we never actually saw it come out of her. It was just on her back. Like,
I know, but
because originally it seemed like it was like underneath the skin.
I almost want to ask people though if this is in the manga it was a little bit more graphic.
Oh.
But I would almost assume in some way it's because it's a stand. It's not going to leave any physical.
Sure.
It's not going to have any issue being a small little thing coming out of her body wherever it chose to came out.
Sure.
To come out.
And theoretically, it could have just been like some exterior growth or whatever.
True.
Yeah,
true.
but yeah, and
it came from her cells though. We saw cells dividing and all that stuff. So it is
it did also eat her afterwards. Yeah. So,
but I saw also, like, I'm just gonna say this was like some. Oh no, I didn't want to say the line. Jacob, our favorite line: "Tentacle powers are always OP."
Yeah. But once the computer sprouted the legs and everything, I was like, nope.
This is not okay.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, that was in the beginning. I think.
No, same. Right? I very much was. And once he brings up the Kama Sutra and he's like, choose one. I'm like, wait.
Oh, wait, maybe the entry point was the mouth. That's why the Kama Sutra thing was brought up. Well, he did say, like, apparently the Indian Kama Sutra, manuscript written 1,500 years ago, outlines more than 48 positions.
Yeah.
But these were all positions of kissing and making out.
That's probably for the purposes of censorship, because I can tell you...
JoJo's censoring? No.
I can tell you... That is not Kama Sutra positions right there, or at least that is one very small part.
Right, it's also only 9, so...
That's also true. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it also seemed to very much attack from behind, which is a little...
Yeah.
And it had the whole conception complete, so... Well, that's a terrifying. This is a villain stand, absolutely.
Yeah.
I loved his whole "Di Molto." Like, he kept like yelling it out whenever he's so excited, and now I'm
not entirely sure what that means.
I want to look it up, though. I'm going to look up the actual meaning, though. Very extremely are used in musical directions.
Gotcha.
Okay. It's not actually used that way in Italian, being grammatically awkward. Molto bene, very good, would be the correct form of this superlative. Okay. So very good. He's basically saying an awkward slang way of saying so good, very good.
Yeah.
He's congratulating it, basically.
Right.
Yeah, this awkward character design kind of thing of him being like this lecher, like, kind of freaky guy. But then once he births Babyface, he gets all like endearing and stuff with the little bits of like, oh, now these are kids' toys. These are animals, and this is how you kill with them.
And I love the questions from the stand where it's like, okay, I'm here. What do I do? Because that just feels like a lot more fun as for how a stand and a stand user would interact, because it gives personality to the stand, and then there's this whole idea of like, how does the stand interpret things?
For sure. Totally. Giorno's clever move, when I saw him start to destroy all the cars, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. And
then he turns them all into frogs and they all just scatter. I'm like, yes.
There you go.
Yes. JoJo's. Araki, you genius.
And by the way, I think this is the point where we can safely say, Narancia, I love you. I love you. You're my boy. But never, ever, ever trust anything that comes out of that boy's mouth. Right? Because one of the things that made it a lot more plausible for me is the fact that Narancia was the only one looking at Giorno. Everyone else was kind of like, what? And he's just like, oh, he's waving his arms around. He probably wants us to get a move on or something.
Right.
Because if anyone else, like, imagine if Abakio.
Yeah, Abakio is the smartest member of the group. And he's just like, this isn't right. Why is he making any noise?
Narancia, okay, have you ever seen Giorno do anything like that before? Like, are you telling Fuku would be like, Narancia, let me ask you something. If you were trying to get us to get a move on, would you just start waving your arms around frantically?
So would you have rather had them debate about what Giorno was doing rather than actually going over there?
Okay, that would have been hilarious. That would have been amazing. But I just love that it was Narancia that basically it was the stop point for information. Because, for any of you familiar with D&D, you've probably had something like this happen, but I know I certainly have, where you're in a group, right?
Yes.
And there's the party is not necessarily split up, but they're like split while maintaining in contact with each other. Right. The thing is that it's very important who does the communication, because sometimes you'll get the person that's doing the communication, and what they communicate is very different from what
actually is happening.
Right. Yeah, what actually is happening. So then it's this wonderful bit of chaos where...
Because no one wants to metagame.
No one wants to metagame, so they want to do in character what their character would do based on what this person told them, and yet it's so completely missing out on very crucial bits of information.
It's a weird game of telephone.
Yeah, it's telephone and just seeing how badly that can go. So the fact that Narancia was the linchpin for that here, I very much appreciate, and I hope that he and everyone else learns from this experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a gold experience.
It was not a gold experience. No.
So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below, or our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general. You can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
That's right. The enemies in Battle Lines, my sci-fi novel, may not be quite as crazy as were displayed in this episode here, but it's an awesome book, and it's on Amazon if you want to get it. Link in the description below. It's in both hardback and ebook. Go check it out.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.